Good afternoon. Welcome back to Passionate World Talk Radio, a wholly owned subsidiary of Global Media Network, LLC. Educate, enlighten, entertain, mindfulness. And on today's episode of Scam DamNation, we are going to speak about the travel scams that one encounters while you're out on your vacation or even on a business trip, or something you may want to pass along to your kids if this is the first time they're going overseas, or even here in the States. You can never be too prepared. So when you go and travel, it promises that you're going to have fun, you're going to have adventure, you're going to make connections, you're going to have some unforgettable moments, you're going to take all the pictures on your cell phone, but it also puts a target on your back. And whether you're a first time flyer or a frequent flyer, the scammers are always out there waiting to catch you out and off your guard, anywhere from charming gift stores to fake police shakedowns. There are always going to be modern travel scams available, and they're going to become more elaborated as you go. And that's why they have completed a list from the Lightfield Studios and printed with through MSN to let you know and to provide some of the red flags that you may encounter while you're traveling for the most common and cunning type of travel scams that you may encounter while you're out on your travels. This is not to make you paranoid or to make you afraid or whatever, so you won't go by yourself or with a group of friends, but this is to make you more aware of what's out there, what I would call practical travel tips and real world examples, so they won't cause you money, time, and a peace of mind. And because the best trips are not always how prepared you are, but how prepared you may not be. And therefore, you need to make sure that you are aware of them. The first scam that they suggest is the friendship bracelet trap. And this scam, innocently enough, plays on the kindness of an unsuspecting traveler, which is you. A friendly local appears cheerful and welcoming, approaches you offering a small free gift like a bracelet, woven charm, or even a small token of friendship. Before you know it, they've tied it onto your wrist and making it difficult for you to remove it without struggling. And the moment that this free gift, quote unquote, is on your wrist, the friendliness disappears, and all of a sudden they start saying, "Pay me," aggressively. And if you refuse, they may create a scene hoping to pressure you or panicking you to pay them to avoid paying them. And at the same time, they may be setting you up for somebody to pick your pocket. How to avoid it? Hands close to your body. And if someone does approach you offering a gift, say no thanks and just keep on walking. If they manage to tie something on, don't try to remove it. Just keep on walking and ignore them. Because the whole thing is that they're trying to get in your face so that they can rob you of your money and embarrass you. Don't make any eye contact with them or slow down. The second one is the helpful ATM assistant. ATMs are not all the same. And sometimes when you're traveling and you're going up to one of these machines, you're constantly looking over your shoulder or making sure there's enough space or clearance between you and the next person who's waiting in line. So it becomes more of a stressful situation, and you may not be as alert as you think you are. And this is when the scammer takes advantage of you. A stranger often posing as a bank assistant, comes up and tells you that the ATM you're about to use is tricky, or he'll warn you about potential card problems. And they might even suggest you ends or even discreet you. And sometimes they'll use a sleight of hand to grab your cash and your card. How to avoid it? Never accept ATM assistance from strangers, no matter how helpful they seem or even if they insist. Always use ATMs inside the bank or shopping malls or a well-lit, secure area. Cover your PIN when entering it with your other hand. You should know it by now. And if an ATM appears suspicious to you, find another one. If someone is hovering too close to you, cancel your transcription and walk away. That's how you protect yourself. Then there's always the fake petitions and donations scam. You're strolling through a mall or a bustling city when a young woman or a child rushes up to you holding a clipboard and a pen. They claim to be collecting signatures for a noble cause, often something emotionally compelling, like helping a disabled environmental protection or supporting children in need. And this friendly approach is on purpose because they want you to believe that it's legitimate. But as soon as you do, then they demand a donation to go along with your signature. And they get aggressive if you refuse to donate and hand over some money. And if they are really aggressive, try to distract you. And while they're distracting you, somebody will come and pick your pocket. So, how to avoid it? If someone approaches you with a clipboard, firmly but politely say that well rephrased, no, thank you, and keep walking. Avoid engaging, as these scammers rely on their friendliness to rope you in. And if someone blocks your paths or try to pressure you, step aside and walk quickly away, even if you're backtracking. Never hand over money without verifying that it's legitimate of a charity or an organization. The broken taxi meter trick that's often used. This scam preys on travelers unfamiliar with local taxi fares. And after getting into a cab, the driver casually informs you that the meter is broken or that it's an old model and doesn't work properly. Instead of the standard rate, they're going to charge you a highly inflated rate, often 2 or 3 times the normal price. In some cases, drivers will take the longest route possible, racking up a massive fare before dropping you off. The trick is especially common at airports, train stations, and tourist-heavy areas where travelers are unlikely to know the usual price. How to avoid it? Before getting into any taxi, confirm that the meter is working and ask for an estimate of the fare. If the person refuses, get out and find another cab. Research standard taxi fares before and use rideshare apps like Uber or Bolt whenever possible, as they provide set fares. If taxis are the only option, consider asking your hotel or a local for advice on what you should expect to pay. In other words, do your homework. If you're staying at a hostel, you can do your homework with the local receptionist. Most of them are manned by older teens, 16 to 23, and they should be able to give you an idea without any problem. Look out for the free food or drink scam. This is particularly dangerous because it can have serious consequences beyond just losing your money. A friendly stranger, often in a bar, restaurant, or bustling area where the locals hang out, will offer you a welcome to the country drink. If you accept it, you may be later hit with an outrageous bill for something you thought was free. In bars, the friendly stranger may disappear, leaving you responsible for something that you thought was a welcoming drink. Or the drink may be spiked with a date rape. How to avoid it? Never accept unsolicited food or drinks from strangers, no matter how friendly they seem. If someone offers to buy you a drink, insist on watching the bartender pour it. In markets or restaurants, clarify the price before accepting anything as a small sample. If someone pressures you into accepting a gift, politely but firmly decline and walk away. And the your hotel is closed scam. You just arrived in your new city and your taxi or your tuk-tuk driver strikes up a conversation. A few minutes later, the driver may suddenly inform you that the hotel you were supposed to book into was overbooked, under renovation, or even unsafe. But they know a much better place, and it's just around the corner. And if you agree, you'll be taken to a subpar, overpriced hotel where the driver earns a commission fee for bringing in guests. Or, as some travelers report, being dropped off at a completely different hotel with a similar sounding name, tricking them into believing their original booking was canceled. How do you avoid it? Never take a driver's word for it. Call your hotel directly or check online before making any decisions. If your driver refuses to take you to your original booking, insist firmly or get out and find another taxi. If possible, arrange a hotel pickup in advance to avoid needing to rely on random drivers. The fake police officer scam. You're walking down a busy street when someone posing as a plainclothesman approaches you. They flash a fake badge and claim you've committed an offense, perhaps jaywalking or loitering or carrying counterfeit money. To resolve the issue, they demand on the spot fine. These often occur near ATMs where the fake officer may pressure you into withdrawing cash to pay the bogus fine. There are more elaborate versions. An accomplice posing as a fellow traveler confirms the officer's legitimacy, making it seem more believable. How do you avoid it? Always ask for proper identification and remain calm. Real police officers don't demand instant cash payments, so you'll pay at the nearest police station instead. If they resist or become aggressive, walk toward a crowded area, hotel, or embassy if necessary. Call the local police department yourself to verify the legitimacy. Genuine officers will have no issue with this request, but scammers most of the time will back off. And this will be continued next week because I know that summer vacation is here and everybody and their mother is going on vacation. The story was put together by Akansha Sharma, Akanksa Sharma, Sharma, 32 Common Travel Scams and How to Avoid Them Like a Pro, and it's put out by Ultimate Travel Advice. So please go and look it up and read the rest of the article, or wait until next week when I give you the rest of the clues. 32 is an awful lot, and I don't want to overburden you with too many tips. or you may just scare you altogether. Thank you very much for listening to Passionate World Talk Radio Network. You've listened to this episode of Scam DamNation, Common Travel Scams. And this program is brought to you by Ruby.ai. Check us out, AIwithlillian.com. We'll take you to Ruby.ai. Read the testimonials, view the demo that's been put up there, and then sign up for a monthly subscription. You won't regret it. AI is here to say, and remember, it is your assistant. It doesn't do the thinking for you. And if you don't ask the right questions in the right manner, you won't get anything at all. And also by Conscious Research Solutions. Check us out at passionateworldtalkradio.com/research made simple blog. There on that page, you'll answer all your painful questions about what is conscious research, how we can help you and find the solution. And while you're there, book yourself a free 15-minute consult, either with the Calendly link or down below on the form that's provided. And if you want to help keep this station alive and well and want to hear the whole truth and nothing but the truth, then please donate at passionateworldtalkradio.com/donation. Thank you very much for listening. And remember, you can see this all over again. Scroll down when you're on the website, passionateworldtalkradio.com, to State of Current Affairs. Click on it. It will take you to a Google link. Click on that, and that will take you inside the belly of the YouTube beast. Thank you all very much for listening, and have a terrific hump day.